All right, we're going to fly through Brazil and Southeast Asia, and then we'll break for questions. Brazil is a country that you guys see as a major producer of soy. It's your primary competitor in international markets. I'm here to tell you that you don't need to worry about it too much longer. Remember your problem with rail networks. You don't have the water access. Well, neither does Brazil. This is a relief map, and that tan area is basically the height of the Appalachians. But instead of it being in the interior, it's right on the coast. So Brazil basically does this going from the inland. It raises until the coast, and then it drops. So Brazil is too steep to have a rail network. Everything that they produce has to be trucked out, which means in harvest season, you get traffic jams of soy trucks 200 miles long. This is a country that can only participate in international soy in an era of very high demand and very cheap capital. You remove either of those two factors, and they just vanish. With the boomers not quite retired yet, capital's still cheap. With China still in one piece, demand is still very high. Those are temporary factors. You guys can totally compete with these guys. Further south gets a little different. Those are that's the Rio de Plata network, the Paraná and its associated rivers. Those are navigable. They need some maintenance, but they're navigable. Paraguay and Uruguay are on the navigable portions. Here are the heads of navigation. You'll notice that none of those heads of navigation are actually in Brazil. Argentina beat Brazil in a couple wars back in the 1800s and moved the border to the head of navigation. So Brazilian soy farmers can look at the border and like, oh, look, they can use river barges. I wish we could do that. Now, there's been a problem in Argentina. You guys may have heard that its government is idiotic. But there is nothing structural or geographic that is holding Argentina from coming back. They've got the good land, they've got the good rivers, all they need is a government that can actually have semi-sane policies. I like to hold up Argentina as an example to people of the ability of bad politicians if they get up every day for 90 years and their only goal is to ruin the country. It can be done, but it takes 90 years. So, we'll be done with Obama just like we were done with Clinton, just like we were done with Bush. And it's like, we'll be okay, but we could screw it up, but it would take a long time. Argentina can fix this. And in a world where trade is restricted, in a world where governments come and go, in a world where credit is constrained, the Argentine government does have 12 years of hands-on experience now. They are probably one of the better positioned to actually do well after Bretton Woods goes away because they have all the pieces in place from a geographic point of view. Last chunk I want to look at is Southeast Asia.